Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Robbie, the Dulan Knight. So, I want to talk about something. And now, I don't typically like to jump into subjects of politics or identity shit or feminism or LGBT stuff or any of that. But it gets to a point sometimes where I feel like something has to be said, and this has gotten one of those points, at least for me, anyways. So I want to show you something.
落ち込んでる時に好きとか言われたら少しくらい心動くだろう。これまで考えたことがない可能性に気づけるっていうかさ、新しい価値観っての？この光景、夢に出てきそうだ。
また彼らは登ってゆくのね。あのピアノはミスター・モーガンを祝福してくれるのかしら？
今時のこの恋愛はどこまでもフリーダムなんですかね。
でも本当にこれでいいのか？
ヴィンセントさん。
リン！ああ
So this is a trailer for a remake of a game called CatheRINe. It came out on the PS3 many years ago. I'm actually currently doing Let's Play of it over on my channel. But apparently there's a bit of a problem. They announced a CatheRINe remake called CatheRINe Full Body. And apparently it's raised some controversy. As you see in this little Kotaku article here, the CatheRINe remake is already causing controversy. Of course it is. Everything causes controversy, doesn't it? But let's see what the controversy is exactly. So this here is apparently a character named Rin. She's going to be a new romance option in the CatheRINe remake. Now, the debut trailer for CatheRINe Full Body, the PS4 and PS Vita CatheRINe remake, is causing controversy for its portrayal of the game's third romance option. You can watch the trailer below. I already showed you some clips from that. The scene causing controversy towards the end. Here's Kotaku's UK Laura K. Dale. So there's a trailer for the CatheRINe remake, and it looks like the third romance option is going to be a trans woman, who Vincent will be horrified about having slept with. Yep, of course this is happening. Now, honestly, I saw the trailer and I didn't really see anything that indicated that the character is going to be a trans woman. Is it a possibility? Maybe. But here's the thing. So for the last while, apparently, people have been up in arms about a concept that people know in the anime community as traps. If you don't know what a trap is essentially a character who, when they appear, people often think is female. They think it's a girl, basically. But it's later on revealed that it's actually not a woman, it's actually a guy. It's usually a guy who may look very effeminate, like he's thin body framed, thin in the face, very, I guess you'd say pretty. And the other one is guys who look very very feminine, also very pretty, but they actually go out of their way to dress in a very girlish fashion. So why are people getting all up in arms about this? Apparently, people in the LGBT community have been equating traps with transgender people. I could tell you a couple of reasons why that is stupid as all hell. I'd say, if anything, from what I've seen of traps in anime, and that they're more akin to cross-dressers, if anything. I mean, they're guys, and many of them even recognize the fact that they're guys. The majority actually do. But they're just guys who are really pretty and like to dress in a way that someone might say is girlish. They like to wear dresses or short shorts and tank tops and that sort of shit. It's not exactly a big deal. But of course, they have to make a big deal out of this. So, here, Vincent, the protagonist, looks shocked and dismayed when looking at Rin's crotch area. For her allusion to Rin being a trans woman with a penis, the teaser site of the game has a huge image of her lifting her dress, fading before you see the crotch. Everything here screams trans woman route. I don't know. I don't think it screams trans route. I think it screams either she could be a trap, you never know. And before anyone goes saying that's a slur against trans women or trans men, and it's not, okay? Because honestly, if you honestly want to equate trans people to traps, that there's just too many differences. Key differences. For one thing, I've seen a lot of anime where there's traps, and the majority of them openly say that yes, they in fact are guys. They don't claim to be women. They don't identify as women. They're guys who dress as women and identify as men. Right there, that kind of defeats your whole argument that this is against trans people or that it's some slander against trans people. Before anyone says anything about me being hostile towards the LGBT community, I'm a member of the LGBT community. And let me tell you something. I'm getting sick and tired of this shit. Especially when it comes to like video games and television. So apparently there's some people who are arguing saying apparently the company that makes this game, Atlas, this is the trailer and not the final game, but considering the original CatheRINE's poor track record with trans representation, using a pre-transition name for a character in its credits and manual and giving male-only nightmares to a trans woman character, I'm not holding my breath that this new romance will be handled tastefully. I'd love to be proven wrong, but the track record doesn't fill me with hope. Now, there's two things apparently. People constantly are saying Atlas has a poor track record with trans representation. They usually refer to two characters, and those characters are Erica from the original CatheRINE, which is the character we're talking about here, and there's another one from Persona. I'm not sure which Persona it's. But here's the thing. Erica, I actually feel, in my experience seeing LGBT characters in games, television shows, movies, is probably one of the better ones I've seen by far. Mainly because they established that yes, she's a trans woman, she transitioned, she had her surgery, everything. She went from being Eric to Erica. Perfectly fine, and she's displayed as being a very good character and a great interesting personality and a loyal friend to the main character and his friends. But I don't know. Yes, they may have had a few stumbling bits here, like this here apparently referring to Erica as, wait, did they actually call Erica Eric in the manual and credits? The manual I might be able to understand because I don't know, maybe they wanted to, I don't know, because when I played the game a long time ago, but I remember there was a point where they mentioned Erica, they were referring to saying apparently they had a friend named Eric who he disappeared at some point, and then Erica popped up. Obviously, that's their way of saying, yeah, Eric. They had a friend. Eric was their friend, but he went off. He had his surgery, transitioned, and then they had Erica as a friend. So that's not exactly. I wouldn't say that's disrespectful in any way. That's just saying. That's just kind of their way of saying what happened, I guess. Credits? I don't know. I haven't seen the credits, so I might have to look that up myself. Whether or not it's credible. But, yeah. The other character who they always reference to was the character from Persona who isn't even trans. Yeah, apparently it's a woman who, in the actual story, she dresses up in a way that one could say is more male. She pretends to be a guy, but that's because apparently in the story it's like she was scared of not being taken seriously because she was a woman, or she was scared of not being taken seriously because how young she was, or a combination of the two, something like that. I don't play Persona, but that's what I heard. People who know Persona a lot better than I do. But apparently many people in the LGBT community who are constantly ragging on Atlas and complaining about this actually have gone out of their way to ignore what the game is about and how the game presents the character and label the character as a trans man, even though they're not a trans man. Which just kind of goes to show the part of the LGBT community I am sick and tired of. It's shit like this. I know there are people in the LGBT community who are logical thinking and they know that this shit should not be allowed to fly. Now, let me just kind of give you what I think this could be. They're showing this here, this here screen, and shows that Rin is apparently standing there naked and he looks freaked. Now, if you played the main game, you know the whole game is about cheating and the consequences therein. Well, with a more horror and supernatural take on it, mind you. But depending on when this side story is supposed to take place, whether it's supposed to be like, is it a side story? Is it a story that takes place after the main game? If it takes place after the main game, I'd say this could be him more or less being shocked that he cheated again. This could easily be explained by that. It doesn't have to be anything about what's up with her. Now, the other part about this is, yes, she's lifting her skirt, and they're saying like, oh, this just screams, or it screams girl who's trying to be flirty or seductive. That's not exactly screaming trans to me. This just screams girl lifting her skirt, especially to a guy who she obviously intends to sleep with. That could be taken as more of a seductive act than anything. That's my interpretation. But hey, what do I know? And on top of that, here's another thing. Who's to say this character is actually trans and this isn't just a big marketing ploy by Atlas or whatever? I think Atlas is a Japanese company, so whatever company is responsible for publishing and distributing the game here in the West. So I'm not particularly sure. This could be a big marketing ploy because they know damn well, and actually I'm pretty sure you guys know damn well, there's no such thing as bad press. The more you talk about something, the more it's going to get, the more people are going to know about it, the more they're going to look for it, the more they're going to want to see it for themselves. This could be just their way of pissing people off because they know just how easy it is. We all know how easy it is to piss off people these days because people are overly sensitive to the extreme. And there have been companies before that have done this. They throw shit out there because they know people are going to get all triggered, they're going to get all pissed off, and they're going to throw a shitstorm. And guess what? Those games, those movies, their sales go through the roof because of it. I swear to God, you guys get all pissed off and try to go all protesting against shit like this, but you're being played like a cheap violin. You're a freaking marionette puppet. So you know what? To the people of the LGBT community who have seen this, heard about this, I want to say something to you, at least to the more logical thinking and people who are smart enough to stand back and see this from all angles, not just jump the shark, not go at your first assumption, or not just take your first thought and roll with it. This game hasn't been released yet, so stand back, put down the pitchforks and torches, and wait. Wait until this game comes out. If it turns out the character is trans, see how the character is portrayed. I know even then the more irrational ones are gonna run with it and make it out to be like goddamn Satan himself descended upon the earth. But yeah, I'm just hoping that some of the more rational people are going to be, I don't know, just give this what it deserves, and that is for you to pay attention, see it from all angles, and don't throw a shitstorm before the game is even out. Because so far, all this concept people are saying about how this is going to be a trans character, how this is transphobia, homophobia, blah, 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 blah. It's all just assumption, accusations, baseless accusations. And no, accusations where the basis of these accusations are flimsy at best. So please, for the love of God, just stop and think. Use your brains. I know you can. Glad I got to actually say this. I might make some more videos like this in the future if there's anything else to come, any more stupid shit like this comes up. But I don't know. We'll see. But until next time, this is Robbie. Stay decent, my friends.